So earlier last week, Kith did a collaboration with On Running, and Sneakerheads are responded to it in a very particular way, in a way that I honestly didn't expect. So Sneakerheads have this ability to make everything be about them. I'm guilty of it as well, but it's really a thing that sneakerhead culture really kind of creates, especially when it comes to a brand like Kith, because we feel like we have participation, not necessarily ownership, but participation in the brand. But this collaboration that Kith is doing with On isn't really for the sneakerhead crowd, at least in my opinion. This is for the On Running crowd, and this is for like the Kith faithful. And it's like the bringing those two worlds together is what this collaboration is all about. But sneakerheads are responding to it like it's about them, and they're judging it or giving their opinions on it like it's about them. Now, there are some sneakerheads that have an On sensibility, I would say, and this is for them. But the general sneakerhead, this really isn't for you. And it's just really interesting to see the ownership that sneakerheads take when it comes to stuff like this. But I would love to know what you guys think. Am I just totally off on that one? I just think it's weird. Anyway, let's get to this week's releases. I got an unboxing that I'm gonna do for you guys in just a bit. But first, let's jump into some of the big kicks that are dropping this week. First up, we have the Nike LeBron 23 LeBronto. This is dropping on March 10th for $210. So LeBron James demolished the Toronto Raptors so badly and definitely that it actually became a colorway of the Nike LeBron 23, which is wild. It's not a new concept, as there are plenty of Air Jordans that honor a troll of rivals, but LeBronto takes things to a new level with a fossil-colored crown upper that has a reptile texture and a raptor skull meteor-shaped meteor that's hurling towards the earth. Good thing the Raptors would go on to win the championship when James left Cleveland for LA, or else this sneaker would feel like downright mean. The colorway looks fantastic, though, if we're going to be honest. Next up, we have the Nike LeBron NXT Next Gen by Juju Watkins. This is going to be in the light crimson colorway. This is going to be on March 12th for $160. So after years of floating between Nike's signature models, it looks like USC's Juju Watkins is settling in with LeBron James' sub-brand as the takedown NXT, or the Next Gen, and it's being labeled as co-created by Watkins. Several colorways of the Next Gen by Juju is expected to drop, and one of the first pairs to hit stores will be this light crimson pair with a combo leather and synthetic upper paired with the shaggy suede overlays. And I think this one actually looks good. I've seen a couple pairs of these, and this one probably looks the best of the pairs that I've seen so far. Speaking of women's hoop, the Nike Sabrina 3 Oregon Ducks is dropping on the 12th for $135. Definitely all Oregon. I love the detailing that they have there, right there at the forefoot, right there on the midsole. Those wings, that is a very, very nice touch. And even like, I obviously didn't go to Oregon, but that's a very nice touch and a really great detail to really bring that colorway together. For you Kim Kardashian haters, the Nike Skims Rift Mesh is dropping in velvet brown on the 12th for $150, but you can also get it in black as well, just kind of depending on your flavor. Then we have the Fragment Design Nike Book 2. This is dropping on March 12th for $150. So following up the collaboration with Union on the Air Jordan 1, Hiroshi Fujiwara's Fragment Design teams up with Devin Booker for a special edition of the Nike Book 2. Like every pair we've seen in the Book 2 so far, we're getting an aesthetic makeover with the nylon-based upper, the alternating white and blue swoosh in the familiar Fragment hue, and the co-branding all throughout. You may have seen these pop up during All-Star Weekend. It looks like now they're getting a wider release for the rest of us normal folks. New Balance is dropping the 1890 in faded black and utility green. This is going to be on the 12th for $180. So the New Balance 1890 is the brand's latest like hybrid retro runner that they have high hopes for in 2026. It features a combination of the tooling found on the original New Balance 2002, which you can see right there, and the upper of the 890B3. It's actually two pairs that did not see runaway success the first time. We'll see if the pairing will work the second time around, but this, in my opinion, gives the shoe a very like technical runner, almost a Solomon type vibe. So we'll see how the public responds to those. Keeping with the New Balance vibes, we have the 993 made in the USA in passion fruit. Great colorway. Obviously, the materials are going to be great on this one. A little concerned about that white lining with all that pink around there, but we'll see. Or sorry, passion fruit around there. But those are dropping on the 12th for $200. For you Jordan fans, the Air Jordan 13 Chicago is dropping on 13th and $215. This is back again for the first time since 2017. It's one of the silhouette's most popular colorways. It was frequently worn by MJ during the 97-98 NBA season. Now, is it the best colorway? Well, we'll leave that up to the people in the comments to debate about, but I think it's certainly a contender. And I know some people that don't even like the 13, but they respect this colorway. NBA All-Star Chet Holmgren of the Oklahoma City Thunder is a known fan of Kevin Durant and his signature shoe line, so it's only natural that he becomes the most prominent player to receive player exclusives that get a retail release. Dropping in 2 colorways, these will also come with Chet's PE logo, which I think is a nice touch. So you get the Nike KD 18 camo on March 13th for $165, but then you also get the Thunder and Rain for $165 as well. The Thunder and Rain one is super dope, and those both are dropping on the 13th for $165. Keeping with the KD love, we have the Nike KD 6 PB and J. This is dropping on the 13th for $145. It's complementing the release of Chet's KD 18 PEs as a return of the KD 6 and one of their most popular colorways from back in the day, the PB and J, that's inspired by KD's love of the snack. If you were not around for the original, this one features a jelly splattered swoosh on top of peanut butter colored uppers, as you can probably tell with the black laces that give it a nice pop of contrast. Next up, we have the Nike Zoom Kobe 3 Low Protro Mamba Magic. This is dropping on the 13th for $190. And if you thought Nike was done celebrating the arena, formerly known as the Great Western Forum, home of the late Kobe Bryant during the first 3 seasons of his career, think again, because this time they've got a little bit of Mamba Magic up their sleeve with this new colorway of the Kobe 3 Low Protro that simulates the light of the Forum at nighttime. And if you don't know about the Forum, do your research. Do your YouTubes, people. Women have the Veneta Carter Nike Air Max Muse on March 13th for $170. I don't know about you, but when I see Veneta Carter's latest women's exclusive Nike Air Max Muse, I want to dig through my closet to see if that old 90s Nautica windbreaker I have is still wearable to go along with some baggy jeans. It feels like a throwback, even though it's not the intention. This definitely feels old school. And for you Converse Cons fans. Now, this one is a little bit of an unboxing here I'm going to show you. So, the Kentucky Denim. This is dropping on the 13th for $130. In 1996, the Kentucky Wildcats, they debuted one of the most iconic uniforms in college basketball history. And just because I said it was iconic, it doesn't mean that it was good. The only reason those jerseys aren't relegated to the dumpster bin of regrettable jerseys now is because Kentucky won the national championship that year. And to top it off, Converse debuted a new pair of the Converse Cons with a giant star and a denim finish, which is why we have denim here on this box. And then you also see the Untouchables there again, because Kentucky won. To celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Kentucky win in the 1996 championship, Nike is bringing back the uniforms and Converse is bringing back the Cons. So you even see it here on this card that they sent out with it. It says, UK stepped on the court in denim 30 years ago. The rest is history. This is legacy material. And the shoes look very much 1996 coated. See there, I have all white. Nice leather on these though. I can't front. The leather on these is super nice. That outsole looks super old school. But then you have the denim here. And I mean, if you like denim on your sneakers, which obviously we're seeing a lot of these days with the Levi's collaboration with Jordan, then these are for you. You see how the denim runs all the way from the heel right there to right in front of the toe. You even have a little bit of denim right there at the heel, at the arch of your foot, and you have one on the outside as well. I mean, it's literally denim everywhere. You have the Converse hit back there, then you have Converse blue there on the tongue. I mean, to be fair, to be 100% fair with you guys, this is a very well-made pair of shoes. Like, these are going to last. You're not going to tear these up. The leather on the liner, the leather on the upper, these are just really, really well made. Kentucky fans, here you go. But if you're not a Kentucky fan, you just have to be not a crazy Converse fan, but a fan of Converse and a fan of just NCAA basketball, because these had a very, very unique calling. Interestingly enough, they have 95 on this side, which may have been the year that the shoes came out. But then you have 96 when they actually won the championship. And then really cool detail is they have the number of everybody that played on Kentucky there on the bottom. Very cool detail and a super unique sneaker, a part of basketball and sneaker history. But those jerseys were absolutely terrible. Heavy, like, who thinks that denim is going to work on a basketball court to play in? Like a denim jersey, it was terrible. Anyway, terrible kitty. Anyway, keep it going. We have the Puma All Nitro 2 Flo J. Johnson PE. This one actually was rescheduled, I believe, from last week or maybe the week before. So those are dropping on the 13th for $140. You have the Nike Air Force One Low. This is the Easter colorway on the 13th. So back in the mid 2000s, Nike dropped an Easter-themed Air Force One low in subdued pastel colors and patent leather. The 2026 iteration opts for a brighter tone on the upper to fit modern sensibilities, although if we're being honest, it feels like this modern take fits more in the mid-2000s and vice versa. Not surprisingly, these will also drop in kid sizes, and I feel like this is a perfect kid shoe. I don't know about adults. And they have a really cool Easter egg on the tongue, which is a very cool detail. For you Dunk fans, we have the same short of shoe, basically the same design. These are dropping on the 13th as well. The colors are flip-flopped to give it a bit of a different look, but it's essentially the same sneaker, just on a Dunk. For you Air Max up-tempo fans, one of the most crazy sneakers I feel like that Nike has ever made, the Nike Air Max Up-Tempo 95 is dropping in the Bulls colorway on March 13th for $170. This was just like, this like is such a bold and crazy design, especially in this colorway. It really pops like crazy. For you Jumpman Jack fans, the Green Spark colorway is dropping on the 14th for $205. As a Lakers fan, it's mildly annoying to have to talk about this sneaker, a new Jumpman Jordan that's clearly in Celtics colors and debuted by Travis Scott during a Celtics game. Bias aside, it's certainly a standout colorway as the silhouette expands its color palette beyond the brown, beige, and contrasting swoosh. Then we have a couple of reschedules. Anthony Edwards 2 in the Georgia colorway is being rescheduled. That's going to drop on the 14th now, and that'll be $130. And then we have the Harden Volume 10 in matte purple. This one's going to drop on the 15th for $160 as well. Really, it's a good looking sneaker. Almost feels like a Laker colorway. I don't know if that's a little bit of yellow down there to represent the Lakers, but then I think, why would they make a Lakers colorway for Harden? Because he played for the Clippers, or maybe it's Phoenix. I don't know. But it's just called matte purple. Dropping for $160 on the 15th. Anyway, that's going to do it for the day. Give you guys one last look at the Converse Cons. Should they call these Kentucky? I don't know. The Converse Cons Kentucky. Cons blue with literal denim on the shoe. Like, can you imagine playing basketball in a shoe that has like heavy denim on them? That's crazy. Anyway, as always, I appreciate you guys. Make sure you like, favorite, subscribe, and all of the good things. I'm Jacques Slade, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.